Some people walk into a room and instantly draw attention, even without saying much. They do not need to speak loudly or try hard to stand out, yet they naturally earn respect from everyone around them. The narrator used to feel almost invisible, constantly overlooked at school, at work, and in everyday conversations. It made him feel like he had no real value. But over time, he realized that respect does not come from appearance or from talking too much. It comes from small changes in behavior, attitude, and presence. With just 5 simple habits, the way people saw him changed completely. Others began listening more carefully, asking for his opinion, and valuing his words in a way they never had before. The first thing that creates respect is the way you carry yourself in front of others. Most people tend to lower their heads, shrink their posture, or make themselves look smaller, almost as if they do not want to be noticed. But confident people are completely different. They stand tall, keep their shoulders open, hold their heads high, and appear comfortable in the space around them. What is interesting is that the body always speaks before words do. Just by looking at someone's posture, other people's brains automatically judge whether that person seems important or insecure. That is why maintaining good posture naturally makes you appear more trustworthy and worthy of respect. This is not about pretending or trying to look powerful. It is about showing that you believe in your own value. Sometimes, a small change in the way you stand is enough to completely change the way people see you. One of the biggest differences between confident people and those who are constantly overlooked is their pace. People who are respected usually do not rush when they walk or speak. They move calmly, react with composure, and give the impression that they are completely in control of the situation. On the other hand, insecure people often act hurriedly, speak too fast, and rush their actions because they are afraid of being judged or left behind. Interestingly, when you slow down, people actually start paying more attention to you. In a world where everyone is constantly rushing, calm people naturally stand out. Simply speaking a little slower, pausing for a few seconds before responding, or walking at a more relaxed pace can make you appear far more mature and trustworthy. Sometimes, calmness is more powerful than trying to prove yourself with words. If you also feel that calm people naturally seem more attractive and respected, leave a comment below. One small but incredibly powerful habit for gaining respect is eye contact. Many people avoid looking others in the eyes during conversations because they feel insecure or nervous. They look at the ground, check their phones, or constantly shift their gaze elsewhere. Without realizing it, this can make them appear weak or uncertain. Confident people, on the other hand, know how to maintain eye contact when speaking. It gives the impression that they are fully present, calm, and unafraid. However, eye contact does not mean staring intensely in a way that makes others uncomfortable. Simply holding a natural gaze for a few seconds before gently looking away is enough to create a comfortable connection. Sometimes, changing the way you look at people can completely change how your words are received. The exact same sentence can suddenly sound far more trustworthy, confident, and meaningful just because of the way you maintain eye contact. One thing many people fail to realize is that the most respected individuals are not usually the ones who talk the most, but the ones who know how to listen the best. Most of us enter conversations simply waiting for our turn to speak. Sometimes, we already prepare our response before the other person has even finished talking. As a result, conversations become shallow and lack real connection. People who truly know how to listen create a completely different feeling. They make others feel valued and respected. They pay attention to the conversation, notice emotions, nod naturally, ask thoughtful questions, and respond at the right moments. That feeling of being genuinely heard is what naturally makes people appreciate and respect them more. Sometimes, quietly listening to someone with sincerity is far more powerful than trying to say something impressive. The people who make others feel understood are often the ones who are remembered the longest. One of the most powerful skills for creating personal presence is knowing when to stay silent. In tense situations or arguments, most people try to talk as much as possible to defend their opinions. Everyone wants attention, so the conversation slowly turns chaotic, and no one truly listens to each other anymore. But the person who stays calm and observes is often the one with the greatest influence. They do not react impulsively, interrupt others, or try to win through emotion. That calmness naturally makes people more curious about them and pay closer attention. Then, when they finally speak, even if it is only a few short sentences, others tend to stop and listen carefully. Knowing when to stay silent is not weakness. It is a sign of emotional control and confidence. Sometimes, saying less at the right moment carries far more power than talking nonstop. The most important thing behind all of these skills is the way you see yourself. You can learn to stand tall, speak slowly, or maintain eye contact. But if deep inside you still believe that you are not valuable, other people will sense it too. Real respect always begins with self-respect. When you carry yourself with confidence, you show that you deserve attention. When you know how to stay silent at the right moment, you show that your words have value. When you genuinely listen to others, you demonstrate maturity and emotional intelligence. These are not tricks to pretend to be strong. They are signs of someone who truly believes in their own worth. And in the end, that natural confidence is what earns lasting respect from other people. In the end, what truly makes people respect you is not trying to appear powerful, but the small changes in the way you carry yourself every day. Simply standing with more confidence, staying calmer, listening carefully, and controlling your emotions better can gradually change the way others treat you. Many people believe that earning respect means being the loudest person in the room or always winning every conversation. But in reality, the most influential people are often the ones who remain calm and secure in their own value. The most important thing is to start applying these habits in real life, instead of just hearing about them and moving on. Sometimes, even one small change can completely transform your confidence and the way you communicate with others. If these ideas genuinely change the way you think about respect or how people earn it, leave a comment below.